when I need to be touched or tantalizing my misery. I fight to decriminalize sex work because I want out of doing sex work. Yet there is no mental part of survival that defines sex work. I have my stability, so I eat at night. But my apartment, I drive my truck to work and I have housing. But the sex work is keeping me to survival, like housing. In order for me to survive, I need help with housing. In order for me to stop tricking, I'm asking for housing. I'm asking for the discrimination. But if they know that I'm a sex worker, who's going to give me housing? Who's going to deny me or approve me for housing? So me and my thoughts and me and my sexual, me and my life goes on. I mean, this is where I'm at. And I'm here now trying to find my way or trying to find a way. So I ask for help. And I do these speeches. I stand up on pedestals and I put myself on the front center so someone can hear my story. So I let everybody know I'm not by myself. There's other girls that need help and I want to help. So in this, I want to ask people about housing. How do you feel about discrimination in housing and what effects do you have?
Yes, I'm a sex worker and I understand where you're coming from. Like, I do it because I had to. Because if I stop my car note, my insurance, my 2 cell phone bills, like, it's a non-stop hustle. Like, it goes on and on. I just received a voucher and I applied for these apartments, but again, I'm a sex worker, so I have to make a certain amount of money per day just to stay above water. I applied for housing, they turned me down because of credit. But if you have a voucher, it shouldn't matter about my credit. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're in DC, you know DC housing is going to pay for it, so it is a problem. So now I have to come up with more money so I can apply for housing. And it's just, my body is tired. Like, mentally, I be rude with my clients, like, that have been seeing me for like years, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm rude because I'm just tired. Like, I don't want to be...
Come on, Denise, real quick, and indeed, and thank you.
I can't see you or hear you today.
You don't need to.
If I was a renter personally looking for an advocate for housing, appearance is everything when you come to me. You cannot come in trying to find housing with your titties out, with your ass out, and all that shit and thinking someone's going to house you. And you can be a sex worker, but guess what? Sex workers ain't got to, you don't have to publicize your sex workers. Because you come in my house and thinking, as soon as you coming in, your appearance is going to, well, so you stand in my building. It's just that simple.
Yeah, but I got denied for my credit, not because of my appearance.
I want to address 2 things. I think.
What she said?
She
said I got denied because of my credit, not because of my appearance.
Okay,
Keisha,
she wasn't speaking specifically to you, but I'm going to speak specifically to you and some other matters as well. First of all, we had this mindset and this misconception about vouchers. Vouchers have different values from different vouchers, whoever the vouchers are let from. Not only are there difference in the amount of money that they can bring to you, but the area. You move in certain areas, your voucher has a different impact. Let me finish. One of the things I think that we do ourselves a disservice is if we tie housing solely into commercial sex work. Commercial sex work and the need to commercial sex work is a subject all in itself. We need to address that subject because that is a very important subject because unfortunately, there are a number of people who have been forced to do things that they don't necessarily want to do, and sometimes some people just want to do that. And if that's what you want to do, you have to understand that there is going to be certain sacrifices. In terms of housing discrimination in the city, she said, and it is really, really key for us to understand, here again, the district government, Washington, D.C., is one of the most major hubs in this country that does not discriminate when it comes to housing. Now, what you've been told and what you've been forced to believe, I, for one, know from experience and what I see around me that housing is not very difficult in this city to get, but you have to want it. And you have to present yourself like you have to want it. This is the only town that I know of, and I'm passionate about this, that I've seen people have 4 or 5 vouchers in 1 year.
Yeah, amen.
I've seen people go and get a house and it opened. I did it myself, and I'm not putting anybody down. And open our house up and make it a drug paradise.
Well, where did you go to get
Come on,
your
Pam.
voucher?
I'm a speaker where you left off at. You're definitely right about that part right there. I think that when we get vouchers, sometimes we connect sex working to the area location where you get the house at. Because your vouchers for $2,500, I'm going to give you an example. Right now you have to start from scratch. So therefore you have to find your private landlord, you have to find somewhere in a super neighborhood to build your credit up. Because first you never had any credit because you sex worked all your life. So everybody wants to move in an Apollo apartment so they can put an ad in the paper, and post that in the Apollo, but they can charge. They want everything at one time. We don't want to say me. Want everything at one time. I want to live in a condo with open floor plan, where I can charge the white man or the black man. Central air. Where I can charge the white man top dog. See, I ain't thought about getting a job yet once I got the place. I'm still thinking about how I can up the price on the sex work when I move into this lovely neighborhood. So, therefore, they charge us because we can't even afford to live there. We ain't never lived there before.
Time.
Here are some, she spoke a valid point, credit. Let me tell you how to embrace it. Get you a card like, say, TJ Maxx, JC Penney. Charge anything from $50 to $100. Pay it off that same month.
Exactly.
Pay it off immediately.
Exactly.
What it does, it starts showing, if you do 2 or 3 cards like that within 3 months, it now shows that you've got some kind of credit going that you pay off instantly. Credit people look at that. They report that to the other credit bureaus. Other people, oh, she paid her card off. Boom, she paid her card off. You got 3 credit bureaus now reporting, so your score goes up. So what you also have to do, regardless, I know you have to survive, but there are jobs that you can do on the side called a side hustle. You can do some part-time temporary work where you can use that to show that you have a steady income coming in, where you're working maybe 2 or 3 days during the day, maybe as a desk person, or as a receptionist, or working somewhere in a salon, as a shampoo assistant. 2 or 3 days that you're showing an income coming in. What you do on that side hustle, that's your side hustle. So what it does is now showing that you have something coming in. You've got a new credit report going on. You've got some income coming up. They're looking at some pay stubs. And they're saying, well, you know what, maybe we could take a chance on this young person. Most of the time it works in your favor as you're building your credit when you have no credit, and then go to from no credit to some form of credit. And being a young person, it says, maybe we can take a risk on this person. Maybe this person has sat down and proven to us that maybe, okay, all right, let's try it. What it does, it shows, one, the credit bureau, you now have a credit, opposed to not having any credit at all. I'm going to turn back over.
Thank you
We have
very
3
much.
minutes, and then
Okay, we have 3 minutes.
on this
Okay.
topic.
On this next topic, we're going to mix both of them together. So it's
No, on this topic. We can talk about.
We have 3 minutes left on this topic. Pardon. Excuse me, we got 2 minutes now. Anyway, so housing discrimination. Does anybody have any questions about housing discrimination?
Well, I don't have any questions, but I understand, like, when you do, have a record or anything like that, we look at that too. But it's like, when you steal something, or if something happens, you gotta pay it back. You paid your debt. It's like when you get incarcerated and you do your time, and you're not resolved from it. Like, you paid your debt to society, and then it still just follows you. And it's like, that's what does not mean more. Like, I can go, like, I haven't gotten locked up in a very long time, and that was like back 12 years ago, all my crap happened. But now, 12 years later, it still follows me, and I haven't been doing anything since then, but that still, it still incriminates me, still makes you go, I can't do this person because of their past. That's one of the things, too, that bothers me.
Let me just say that, to answer what Lazine was talking about, is because I do housing, and what we do know is that the Office of Human Rights has not passed an ordinance yet policy that actually protects us, individuals who are returning citizens, from being violated in terms of that question being asked or looked into. Because I've had a couple of folks that got vouchers, and when I spoke with the person at the real estate company, they said, well, Ms. West, something came from their record. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that, especially federal. That was the big word, federal. I mean, I was able recently for the first time to get a man at the Kenilworth at Grove waived. I mean, I had to go through the senior corporation and everything, and I did get him waived, and he managed to get in. But it was a lot of work to do that, to get that. And who has that patience and that headache? You know, some people just say, forget it, I'm not going through that.
Can I give you an update on that?
Yeah.
Yeah. The mayor has made initiative that is past history in terms of your incarceration. But if you have a felony that is less than 5 years, that can be a black mark for you. But I also want to say this. We say housing discrimination. Let's be real. Regentrification or whatever, gentrification, and this community is changing to the point that it's not just discriminating against blacks and transgender. You gotta have some money, and you gotta have a job. And as much as I don't have anything against commercial sex work, I thought about that a long and hard time when we were talking about it earlier. If you've been doing commercial sex work for 5 years, and you're still looking for a voucher, then you need to get out of that business.
Oh, yeah. Say it again.
We won't repeat that one.
If you been doing sex work over 5 years and you ain't got a house, you need to get out that
Discrimination
business.
in public places and schools.
What you say again, Neil?
Discrimination in public places and schools.
When I was in school, high school, I had there was like, you know, feminine guys there and stuff like that, and you know, just dressing tight clothes and stuff like that. So you know, I wanted to dress in some tight clothes, so I dressed in some tight clothes with little cutouts and stuff like that, and my butt was all hanging out, and everything. Everything was fine though. It looking like a lady walking around with half my butt hanging out. So I decided to dress as, you know, trans and my little fairy on my little toothbrush, my little blonde bush, giving you Jill Scott. And they stopped me at the door.
Oh.
They said, you are not coming in at all. So I'm like, well, I don't understand why, you know, I'm decent looking, you know, I don't know, so I go in and they had everyone.
That's why the girls don't come to these groups, because it's old better bitches like that right there that always want to shoot
happened?
slugs. I will smack this shit out you, bitch. Don't play with me.
What happened? What's
Come outside and I go play this shit out you.
She got in her feelings because I said if people were working.
Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. You can't do this.
Well, I didn't take it good enough.
We can agree to disagree.
And so I went out. I'm at the office, and they let everyone in the school crowd around the office looking at me. And then they say, see, this is why, because you have all this stuff going on. And so I left. You know, they said I had to leave out of class. And after that, I didn't want to go to school anymore. I was like, I need to find a place to stand and accepting, and then boom, I wound up just being out on the road.
So for me, I was recently just in transition with the summer organization, and for me to be a trans woman, although I don't identify as trans, I identify as female because I have had certain things on me removed. So I'm legally documented as a female in every system that I want my name through. So for me being in transition, and when I see one of the medical people there, and I looked in the computer, I actually saw transgender beside it. And I asked them what was that even there for, because my identification card does not say T or N, it says F.
Where?
So for me, I took offense to it, and I told them that. So what her response to me was, it's because when we go to take your urine samples and things like that, we'll know why there are certain medications in your system. I say, well, if you were a doctor, you would already know why they're in my system. So that doesn't even, so that doesn't account for you to have transgender and my gender marker when my ID says female, and I don't have male organs anymore. So don't classify me as that. Just typically as that. So I told her in her face, you would need to remove that or consult my legal team, because I do know my rights. I self-identify as female, you would not self-identify. I do have that right. So you can accept my identification as female and change it, or you can have a lawsuit true for that. Either way you look at it. So, and then I'm also in school at SUMS, and before I even went, at the school SUMS CET as well too, I'm still there now. And when I walked into that school, before I even got into the school building, one of my housemates had already informed me that my instructor had informed the entire class that there was a trans woman coming into the school. So I was already publicly out before I even got into the school building.
Lawsuit.
You know what I'm saying? So, but when I bring these things to parents of a higher standard, nothing's done about it. And for me, I know my rights. But when I bring it to another person who supposedly should know their rights, nothing is still done about it. And that's what makes a lot of other girls who's in my situation not even want to speak on it because nothing's being done about it. I mean, how can someone tell somebody that these are your rights, these are the laws that's here to protect you, but when things happen, you're not even protected by those laws. You know what I'm saying? So, and I'm a 36-year-old woman. I transitioned at the age of 29, so no, I was not a youngin' when I transitioned. However, I still experienced those same things that this is a new life for me. And just being a girl of color and a trans woman, it's a lot of harsh things going on here. Like even in school now, with them outing me, I had to deal with certain students constantly saying he when I've always been introduced as Miss Lee, and they make an excuse for, oh, well, we all come from different backgrounds. Well, fuck your background. You know me as Miss Lee, so where did the he come from? You know what I'm saying? But again, they'll make an excuse for the student because again, you're so dolo, and this is the whole building against you. And they think that it's right, but it's not right. But so again, what can the person do to make sure that they are protected in situations when they know that they're being discriminated against, but nothing's being done about it?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say that, and thank Ms. Lee for what she said, but you know, and I was really hoping that a larger number of young trans women came out tonight to this forum because week before last, when the president announced that they were banning, he was instructing General, what's his name? His general to move forward developing the policy and procedures on how to remove transgenders from the military and also how to stop transgenders from going into the military. I happened to stumble across an article from HUD. Most of you may not know, I watch a lot. HUD is now governed by a gentleman named Ben Carson, who was a brain surgeon who knows nothing about housing. And when I read the article, I'm telling you, I sat at my desk and I cried. I found out that they have put in to cut budgets on HIV and AIDS, transgender education to shelters, and the local on the federal dollars, where the shelters are mandated that they must treat trans in a certain way. There's a lot of stuff going down right now. The girls better wake up and smell the coffee. We got to come together and speak out, because they're getting ready to ship and tell us what? Take it off. Take it off. They're taking us back to the 50s and 60s. They are. When you had to wear, what was it at the
3 articles of male clothing and not to be arrested.
It's scary, but the girls are giving like it's a rite of passage. It's turning. We need to know what's going on. We are about to, if they allow the things that are being put in place to go through, even though they saying Congress not going to pass it, it's scary because it's against us. It says no more cut out the money for LGBT housing. I mean, it's scary. It's scary as a woman that I just turned 59. It's scary as hell to me. And we're talking about opening up some housing. ETC is.
But the scary thing is that there's a front on civil rights, period. And so what bothers me a lot of times when we come, and this has to be said, when we come together as a unit, we cannot get into our personal feelings. We won't have difference of opinions. So we have to be a unit together because the people that are against us are the people that handle the law. We can have language issues between us too. But every time we get together, when we get together in groups, young, older, different persuasions, we identify those persuasions as opposed to identifying the problems. The problem is what's happening to us as a community. And we, as older trans women, yes, I am old, but I went through that. So now today, this is the thing. This is why we don't have the dialogue. See, I'm 62 years old, and I'm not fighting nobody. If I have to suck every dick in D.C. and get a gun, I'm going to shoot you and you put your hands on me. But this is the reality of it all. We need to collectively mobilize as a unit together and say that we know that there's an affront to our civil rights. Everything that Obama passed, even with the gender reassignment, is going out the door if we don't stand up and stop fighting against each other and thinking it's cute to call this person ugly or this person old or this person fat. We need to see that in another year, everything that has to do with housing, it's not going to make no difference whether you got a voucher at all, because all the vouchers are going to be gone. Everything is leaving. So we are laughing and we're sitting here talking about where's the young folks. You know why they're not here? Because it's business as usual. We at each other's throats. We talk about beating each other. And the people that's beating us down, it's not even us.
But you just said something about transgender work, man.
I just said how we communicate.